Okay, hi, this is Sherry from Twisted Granny Tarot. How are you today? I hope you're having a good day. We're going to talk about February for Virgos today. I hope it's going to be good. I didn't lay out any cards yet, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure y'all are going to survive it, and we're going to be just fine. So, this is the table where the horoscope, the tarot reading starts with an astrology chart, because we can get a whole lot more information about using these 12 houses, to use these 12 houses, than we ever would was just talking about one topic. Okay, so great. In the meantime, my friend Link, he likes to research antiquities, and so he publishes a calendar every year called A Year and a Day, and he has some quite interesting little tidbits here. Oh, here's something on February 16th. A 2-day festival, Aphrodite and Eros. Oh, hot, hot, hot. And Cornelius Agrippa, I never heard of him, sent his manuscript of De Occulta Philosophia to his teacher, Johannes Trithemius. I think I need to look that up. According to this, is Johannes Trithemius, 1509. It's called the Philosophy of the Occult. Occult, I don't know if you know this, all it means is hidden knowledge. Hidden. It's hidden knowledge. That means they, meaning the authorities, don't want us to know anything about the occult because they want to keep it hidden from you. Well, that's all it took. I was on board. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to start with a horoscope, and we're going to start with the first house, which is what you Virgos are thinking about most of the time right now. And you seem to be in a state of glory, a state of satisfaction, and even pride and happiness with yourself. Okay. So when you're thinking about yourself, you're not feeling bad about yourself. You're feeling pretty good about yourself these days. All right. Congratulations. Second house is your own money. Oh, shucks. Second house is your own money. You might be happy with yourself, but you might still be recovering from Christmas money that you may have spent, because this is your house of money, and he looks like he's carrying a burden. So if you're like, a lot of people, we spend the money and then we spend more money on credit. And so you might have that facing yourself at the moment, or some other unexpected situation. Third house is communication. Hey, listen here, girl. What are you looking for? This person is definitely doing, so you're researching. Are you researching your next job? Are you researching a topic? Are you researching the next situation to get a certificate in? Because you're looking for information, because third house is all about communication. So generally speaking, if you are looking, you will find what you're looking for. Keep going. Call me back, text me, send an email to Twisty Granny Tarot if you need to, so we can clear things up if you need to. Okay, fourth house is your home. Now here, your home is like a work in progress. Are you remodeling it? That's number one. Number two, are you knocking walls down? Number three, are you, putting in a storm cellar? I know people have storm cellars out in their backyard. And, it's taking a lot of your time, and it must be precise. Whatever it is, requires some adherence to local laws or city ordinances, things like that, according to what I'm getting from this. Okay? Fifth. Now, Virgo, this is a fantastic card. This is the card everybody wants in their reading. It's the Nine of Cups. Look how happy this person is. She's got 9 cups. They are all full of love and money, and that big grin on her face or his face means he likes it and she likes it. So your happiness quotient has gone up. So there are lots of you who are quite happy these days. Congratulations. Sixth house is work and health. Now we got a soldier who's coming back from a battle, and he has won. Oh my God, what is this? Okay. Well, you're leaving. Work and health, you're leaving. So are you looking for a different type, a different type of work, a different place to work, a different topic to specialize in at work, that kind of thing? Because this says you're you're on your way. Okay. Don't necessarily see any threats about health. I just think it's got to do with your work. Some things that go on in there make you want to leave. Like with the screaming memes and run right out the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seventh house. Marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Oh, wait a minute. What marriage partnership? What business partnership? This is a card of denial. I think some people call it woke. If you're woke, you're in denial about the past. That's what they used to call it in the 80s. Anyway, so this person has decided not to be able to make a decision. She can put down her swords and she can take off her blindfold. And if she does, she will see that there is water all around her and that she can walk on these rocks that take her out farther to catch a boat if she wants to. But she doesn't want to for some reason. So it might be that you may be cohabiting with a person, but you don't feel like you need to get married. So if you took off your blindfold and you took off, you put down your swords, you'd be able to see clearly, and that would, you're not ready to make a decision about that yet. So it's a matter of when you are going to make a decision about it. Okay, 8th house is money from other people. Money from other people means income tax checks, insurance checks, lawsuit checks, and inheritance checks. Did I say that money? Did I say that? And it has to do with the 8th house, which is births and deaths and endings and beginnings. So the card I pulled first was this. This is represents a kind and benevolent person. And we might expect him to be generous, somewhat. And then on top, because he's a face card, I pulled a what's called a modifier. And this is the Tower. Whoa. Now the Tower looks pretty scary because the Tower actually has been struck by lightning, is caught on fire, and people are jumping out of the Tower. Now, I promise you, your house is not going to catch on fire. It's not going to be struck by lightning, and you're not going to jump out the building. Okay, that is not going to happen, but there is going to be some kind of an unusual situation that occurs in your 8th house. Now, if it's money from other people, it could be, well, I can't not say that it actually could mean somebody's going to pass and that you will be totally surprised by it, and you will be eligible for some inheritance, theoretically. That's where all this could lead, all right? And because it's got to do with births and deaths, it could also mean bad news about somebody you love, meaning they have passed, they have a disease that they know they're going to pass. And honey, listen, they all go to heaven. They all go to heaven. So, well, that's what that says right now. Let me finish, and maybe we'll go back to that as we get towards the end, if I can get any more messages. Okay, 9th house is philosophy, religion, higher education, and long-distance travel. Those are all topics that people generally would love to partake in as long as they have the time to be available and the money to do it. So this is the money to do it, but this is you saying, I cannot go. Okay? You got the money, but you can't get the time off, or the timing is not perfect for what you imagine for yourself and imagining a life for yourself. Because the Emperor is generally known as not a nice guy. He's not a nice guy. He he's known among tarot readers as the teacher who handed you your homework back every day at school. He handed it back and said, "Do over." So, if we have this in your ninth house, this means you got the money to go, but the timing is not lining up at the very least. Or there are some special situations that are occurring that preclude any time off for lots of people, not just yourself. Okay? Okay, now we got the 10th house of your career. Oh boy. Okay. So some things in your career did not work out as you had imagined at this particular location. Or B, at the moment, you're disappointed over plans that did not bring the fruit that you were cultivating. Let's put it that way. Because we got 5 cups here. And this particular person is like, oh no, 3 of my cups turned over. Well, let's just pretend it's money. Well, 3/5 of my money is gone. What am I going to do? Well, you know what? The more a person concentrates on what they do not have, guess what happens? They get more of it. I swear to God, they get more of it. So, in order to reverse that trend of you possibly getting more of this stuff that you don't want, you need to turn your face around and stare at these 2 cups right here and say, I got these 2 left. I'm going to replace the other 3 and everything will be great. I'm going to replace them with more than 3. I'll have 10 of them if you're really mad. Okay? So, this is your career. Things did not work out to your special, for your special concerns, your own special concerns. However, that doesn't mean the game is over. That just means you've hit a little bump in the road, and now you need to regroup a little bit and go back to the square one, because basically you're almost back and rebuild. Okay? 11th house, is long-term plans. And friends from previous employers. This is not a good card. This is a card of anxiety and fear and misery. And if it's long-term plans, well, let's pretend that you may want to retire, but right now there's no way of helping get you to retire, because you're in a state of anxiety, and right now you need the money and have other goals, and you cannot your long-term plan is to continue working until you die. That's what you're afraid is going to happen. Now, it doesn't have to happen that way. If you tell yourself it's going to happen that way, then that's what's going to happen, because thoughts are things. And what you speak out loud or in your head, you make them come alive just by speaking them. You draw those entities or interests into your life. No, you want to. Now, on the other hand, if you want to find a way out of this, a way out could be you getting fired. So don't be thinking that. You can't leave until you got another place to go lined up. Okay? Okay. That's your 11th house. So as far as friends go, you have friends, but they're not necessarily people you can call on at this moment to help you rethink a situation. That's all. Okay, 12th house is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. And this fella is pages are always messengers, and he is a wand, and wands govern business. So, and what we have here, well, now there are 2 ways to look at this card. This could be a miser, somebody who's won't spend a darn dime, okay? Just won't spend a darn dime. And this is, well, okay, if we have to, also because this is your 12th house, this is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. So, on the one hand, you think about how your day, the events that occurred that day, when you put your head down on the pillow, you go, well, I did that right, but I could have improved the other situation a little bit better. You judge yourself by the pillow talk you give to yourself at night when you go to bed. So try to make it positive so you can go to sleep. Okay? Now this has to do with money. And he may be saving for something, and B, if he wants whatever he wants in life, he has to continue to work, because wands is work and business, and you have to keep the money coming in. So you might not like the idea, because that kind of goes along with this. I'm going to work until I die. And here's where you make it come true. Oops, this goes this way. Okay, now we're going to find out what is this? This is, okay, it's the ending of something. It hardly ever means somebody is going to die, because we usually don't get messages. Well, that's not necessarily true. So what are you planning on ending in this life? Let me see what, Okay, Virgo. You want to change your life according to this, as far as I can tell. You want to change your life. Although this card is a really good card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Romance, creativity, children. And there are lots of things that make you happy. This card means the ending of something. This card has to do with money. This card has to do with business. This card has to do with what you're most afraid of. Okay, well then, if I have to, okay, I've just figured it out. It's possible that you want to quit the job you're in, even though it pays you well and you're doing okay there. All right? And one of the reasons is you don't think they're paying you enough money. You want to find other ways to increase your income. So here comes somebody who you think you may want to work for them. They may be offering you a job. They may offer you a job. They may tell you about a job. And what happens is you get scared. You might get scared because it is too close to what you really want. And sometimes when people are met with the possibility that they can have what they want, they get cold feet and run away. Because how could that be true? How could I be lucky enough to have this? Well, that's what goes through people's minds, because life is pretty rough for people who are not billionaires. Okay? I'm pretty sure none of y'all are billionaires. But I want you to be, okay? And so, all right, let's pull another card, find out how scared you are. So you're going to think about it for a little bit. Oh, then we got the Queen of Rods, another business card. Oh, hon. Okay, so then I'm going to have to say that at this point in time, your willingness to leave, they haven't met all of your, what they might call demands. You might call preferences. They haven't been able to meet your specific set of preferences. So then what happened? I pulled at this one. This is a card of somebody who's taking a nap. Taking a nap. They just decided not to think about it. Okay? And here it comes up again, the idea about trading in one job for another. Now, how long this is going to last, I don't know, because then the next card is this one. So try not to get too involved with these people, because in the end, I think what will happen is you will decide that their company is not the kind of company that you want to work for. That's what I think this means, because these are people are disappointed, and you really feel disappointed and dejected about all that. So I really don't think these are going to be of any help. No, they're not going to be of any help. So, hey kiddos, this is just one time. It's just one time when you thought you found a good job and then you thought you wanted to move. It's just one time. So, thank you very much for coming to the table that Twisted Granny Tarot. I hope you all are going to have a fabulous Valentine's Day, and you're going to be, I hope you'll all be happy and content and get lots of flowers and candy. I do. Okay, thank you very much. This is Sherry from Twisted Granny Tarot. Thanks for coming to my table. I really appreciate it. Love you, mean it. Let me see what happens here. Just a second. Oh, you're lovely. Bye. Thanks.